Hello everyone and welcome to a bit of action in Still Division 2, as today we just gonna jump into the new Dukla Pass campaign and show you how this plays out and just play through it with Autoresolve. So yeah, a bit of a different version of tackling this all, just to show you off what is happening in this campaign. And let's get into this one here with the Soviets. And yeah, let's watch the video and then get into the whole thing.
Late summer 1944. The overwhelming strategic success of Operation Bagration has put the Red Army on the doorsteps of Warsaw, while liberating vast stretches of Soviet territory and forcing Romania to switch sides. By early September, the communist spearheads reached the borders of Axis-controlled Slovakia. In the fascist puppet state, a rebellion is in the making. The Slovak army plans an uprising, aiming to join the Allies. The control of the strategic Dukla Pass, the gateway through the Carpathians, is vital. Without it, Soviet troops will not be able to reinforce the rebels. Launched prematurely on August 29th, the Slovak national uprising takes 1/3 of the country, but is then blocked by the quickly reacting Germans. The Dukla Pass is not taken. On high alert, Axis security formations and combat troops rush in to crush the insurgency. The Germans set up their defenses, but lack reserves and time. The Soviets, left with no other options, prepare for a costly frontal assault, as it is the only way to link up and save the Slovak national uprising. One of the bloodiest battles of the war begins. Comrade Commander, our goal is simple. Smash through the defenses at the Dukla Pass and breach the Carpathians, where no terrain or enemy will stand in our way of joining arms with the Slovakian rebels. The first objective is Krosno, the gateway to the Dukla Pass, and then to punch through to Presov, from where we can access the Slovakian hinterlands. Our spearheads are ready to exploit any breakthrough achieved by our valiant soldiers. The Jaslo-Krosno-Sanok line is held by seasoned and well-entrenched divisions, but the flanks are occupied by second-rate troops and security forces. Reach Presov as fast as possible, no matter the costs. Hold the corridor, Comrade Commander, for enemy reinforcements are closing in as we speak.
So yeah, we're gonna play as the Soviets here and attack the German lines. And we're gonna start with an attack on the flank, as they told us to do. So let's get the A-phase units in here. Let's get some rocket artillery. One of these infantries. Let's get a good bomber. And then we have the artillery. Okay, let's get this AA in as well. Yeah. And let's auto-resolve here. As in the fights, the AA usually performs pretty well. They have entrenchment bonus here in A. And they likely gonna do some good damage to us in A phase. Yeah. They brought in some fighters too. Good casualties on both sides. A bit of an advantage here for us. And in C phase, we get the advantage here. It's all on a force tile. And we have a minor attacking victory, with them also taking a bit more casualties. But yeah, both sides taking a good amount of plane losses, good amount of infantry losses here. With them getting more of us in A, but us getting a bit more in B. And a good bit more in C phase here. On the way through. Removing entrenchment of these guys as well, but we can't attack again this turn. But this is big. This is something we should try to exploit here now. Moving in more units through here. I think we can ignore this. Let's move this artillery closer. And leave this guy around. can potentially just walk through, or is there another one entrenched here? No, we can maybe just force them to move here. So we move on here. Trying to outflank them. We have 20 turns in this one, so there are a lot of battles to be fought. And we just gotta move on here. We can't make a direct attack here. So yeah, we're gonna move in with our Strelky forces here. Our armor is in the center. Well, I'm not sure if that's where we want them to be right now. I'm not sure where exactly the Germans are here. Okay. Here we just want to put pressure towards Zanok. Take that. Like, yeah, these 3 objectives are important here. You don't get any points per turn. It's all owner and then destruction for units destroyed. And so it's all about taking points. If we take the 3 frontline towns, we have 5,000 points less. So if we get a lot of destruction, we could even do without taking Peskov, but for full-on victory, we obviously want to take it. And then, yeah, just moving over here. We have a lot of turns in this one. 20 turns is quite a bit. So, yeah, just moving in here. I'm a bit rusty on the Steel Division 2 ones. And the numbers are all a bit harder to understand than Warner. Like, Warner really is doing a great job at simplifying the whole system. I think if we move you once, we still can deploy the AA here. So if we move you here, we can still deploy you. Yeah. Where we attacked with the one over here. That might have been a mistake. Get the artillery in range. Big guns. Can move on to important units here. So ferry brigade. I'm interested in moving the tanks to the right side here. Moving the support formation down the center. Motorcycle formation actually has some tanks as well. Let's move them to the flank. Let's these guys keep on moving closer here so that they can get into battle. Then I believe we move them all. There is no... Oh well, did move you guys. We want to move you through that gap, so that's where we're gonna put you. Yeah, you can only move to the other direction. So, Heeresgruppe Nordukraine. Let's see what the AI is going to do to us here. Doubt they were gonna counterattack. Like, that would be a bad move here. Oh, they're moving away here though, which is not the greatest move either, I think. So they kind of want to hold there. Can they allow us to potentially cut them off over here? Move in their tanks in here. Try to consolidate around there. But that allows us good attacks, so... Let's come after these guys. With all that we got. They have a lot of A-phase units here as well, but no entrenchment. Actually, I should have maybe attacked with one less. Oh well, they still have some entrenched units actually. Okay. They lose a lot of the AT guns here. They lose a lot of infantry. Minor attacking victory once more. As can now do another attack over here. Okay, they bring in an air force. Major attacking victory. 2 forces taken off the field. Oh, cancel. Deploy the AA over here. And then we auto-resolve over here. Lock defense. Gets an enemy fighter killed. Everybody gets closer. And we start winning here. And C phase with the artillery support. Total attacking victory. So this flank starts collapsing. As we can break through the forest here. So yeah, as the Germans, I think you really want to use as many units in entrenchment as possible. Otherwise, this is going to happen to you. Okay, we might actually want to move you through these forests now. Okay, and we can put in some old artillery formations here. And get the tanks in B phase. They have some defenses again. They once more shredded a lot of our M42s here. The defensive position in A phase does hold well. And it's a total defending victory there, actually. Okay. So their forces in the center do hold. Whilst we move on here on the left flank. Can put some pressure on these guys. Whilst we need to move down roads. Need to move the AA. Potentially could push through here next turn. These disorganized units are not great. You need the artillery earlier, I guess. Okay. You can move up one more hex. You could potentially move through there next turn. And you can already move on. Ooh. And you could push deep. Nice. Turn 2. As these guys all try to entrench. These guys are entrenched. So the guys over here. Okay. Big artillery can come in A phase. Let's get some aircraft in. And let's auto-resolve over there. Have big artillery, and big air support. We have some T-34s that we could lose. I think from over here, yes. The Stolkovi. Easy. And we get a good sea face. After having a bad A face. And that gives us a minor attacking victory. Which breaks the defense here as well. Disorganized units need to be pushed back. And we can attack these guys again. And likely take them off the field. Ooh, they lose a lot of bombers here. A lot of Heinkels going down. And we get the W here too. Yeah, AA defense is doing a good job. Pushing through to it. And blowing up the defensive line. Can move the tanks in. There's the first enemy defense line here. Seems to fall. We have available reinforcements that we can buy over here. And we get more from these guys. Okay. Why is the movement so bad on these guys? Light tanks. More artillery. Okay. Okay. A lot of reinforcements coming in. Which... yeah, gotta be big. Okay. Isolated these guys to some degree. Okay, prepare battle. And bring some bombers. Nice. We stopped some enemy fighters. A lot of enemy bunkers once more need to be ripped through. Now we have the better E face and C face. So we should do pretty fine as well. Yeah, should be another minor victory here. No, draw. Okay. Well. Get good artillery here from the get-go. Get some fighter bombers in. Enemy planes actually can come in. Okay, but our A phase of the artillery is going better from the get-go. Oh my goodness, we got 22 of the fighters. Okay, total attacking victory as we smacked the planes as well. Oh, it's moving these guys in as well. It's gotta be interesting to see how we will face against that one unit that is a bit crazy on the forces right now. Instead comes along. Yeah. We actually will need you to attack these guys if they don't let us through immediately. Okay, A phase actually didn't go so well. B phase is going better. Both sides taking good casualties here though. Stuck's C phase is going okay. Draw. These guys come in. Another plane formation. We could have pushed up the AA, I guess. Oh, but good. Good kills here in B phase. And total attacking victory. Blowing up some more of their units. Move you up there. Get all of these guys moving forward. Move these guys in. Did do some damage over here. Organized forces. Not in the greatest space. But yeah, we achieved breakthrough everywhere we needed to so far. Wonder if they will counterattack. No, they're just gonna entrench everything here. Okay. We might just have to cut this off. I don't think we want to fight this right now. This is relatively easy to cut off. Meanwhile, over here, they're entrenched. Can just outmaneuver them. But actually, no, they're too much of a roadblock here. So let's actually just smack them. Planes trying to come in. Planes take good casualties here. That is good. They actually win A phase. We win B phase. Get more of the Stokes killed. And this formation is only bunkers now. And we have another minor attacking victory. Wiping that one out completely. And we can do another one here. They try to bring in more planes. We stop it. And we have strong units here. Saperis. They still win A phase. They absolutely aren't winning B phase though. They should lose even harder in C phase. Yeah. And we blow them up completely. And can move on down the flank here. so that we can keep on moving. We want to burst the middle open as well. Even though they are entrenched here again. But we need to get through here. Artillery and get some bombers. Oh, come on. Oh, well, it's all of them in A. Okay. How's it going in B? Okay, it's really one-sided in B, and we kill a lot of the tanks in B. Okay, B is an absolute slaughter. And C is even more so. Okay, we smack them hard. All of them explode. Okay, this is massive. Yes, this is also the main road. Cleared out. So that our units in the middle corridor now can push on. We still want to smack these guys. But as you can see, the Soviets have a big numerical advantage here, especially in the early phase, so yeah, trying to play this from the German side is going to be tough. But you get a lot of reinforcements. And you, as I said, I think you need to really dig in as much as possible. Against the AI, obviously, in fights, that's highly abusable. I still think defenses are a bit too strong, especially against the AI, which is just terrible against them. But even against real players in multiplayer army general, the just free spawning ones are just a bit meh. Like, I feel like there should be a limit to how many AT bunkers you can get. Like, you can get as many trenches and maybe MG bunkers as you want, but you can get endless amounts of normal Pack 40 bunkers is kind of wild. Okay, enemy gets plane support again. But we smack through it in B phase. It should be the end of the artillery here. Right, yeah. That pocket is kind of annoying, but something we should be able to deal with in the long run. Don't have the points to get these guys, and we also want to liberate. Okay, and now we can move them, bring them in up here. That is pretty big. Like, that is really, really key. Should have maybe waited with the other reinforcements there as well. And then there's even the decision to be made. Which one to bring in? T-38s. Coming around here. Let's tank war with 476s. Love those bad boys. And some IS-3s, 2s. So, yeah, everything moves on. All of you moved. You can still move. You can move forward. They might counterattack, you know. So I'm fine with them coming out of their entrenchment. This is a good squad. If not, we cut them off here now, and it's gonna be that then. Yeah. These guys we can ignore now as well. Just bypass. And take out later. And then move on through the center here. Where we can get these guys in directly. And yeah, I think you should wait with buying your formations until you get the first point here. So that you can get them directly close, like the first or even the second one. And you can't even get a third one later on, so I'd even wait with the next one until we get to that one. Sturmartilleriegruppierung. Coming in here now. We want that town, so might as well move in a lot of forces over here now. They attack us, they attack us. AA as far as possible. Artillery moving up there as well. As we get just a lot more units out there. Get you all in there. And yeah. Main road. You all move as far as possible. You follow now. Oh, okay. Get you that is there. Okay, this is all good. You can go to the main road. You actually want to go main road as well. And then we end the turn here, and then they actually attack us here. Okay. We don't have artillery. We can get bombers though. I think this is a bad idea from them. Not sure if they can get anything else in. No. So, yeah, rough one here. They actually do decent damage there in B phase, but in C phase they lose a lot of stokes. And their attack has failed. It's still a draw. They still do some damage, but it's not great. And these guys are all in trouble. Yeah, you just have a lot of pawns with the Soviets that can move around here. And this guy being so isolated now. We'll bring in more planes into a tough fight. Well, LA5 versus a fucker wolf. They hold out actually pretty nicely here in A because they have tanks and we don't. Should have brought the tank formation here. Okay. Draw. Bringing in the next plane formation. This round around we bring armor. And that brings the difference. As that is the end of the Storm Battalion. Completely wiped out. And exploding. Okay, some more Jäger units coming along. Germans actually get a lot of points for destroying our units though. The defenses of them traded pretty well, so let's push on here. Let's get ourselves a bit more area on the sides here. Okay. Cleared all of that up. Push a bit away here. Keep them contained. Wild Street push down the main line. Main road for all of you guys. As we just keep moving on. You can move down the side roads. Tanks down the main road. Make space for the tanks. One big traffic jam. Main road. AA follows. Because there are no good side roads here either. It doesn't make sense to go off the course with too many of the units here to push through these. Like, main focus is everything down here. And then going from there. As these guys are fully running out of supply. Oh, there comes a big counterattack. Okay. Enemy's still running low. Let's see if we maybe can cut them off there. Let's see if we... Okay. We find enemy resistance over here. That is actually trying to disengage, seemingly, though. And here these side roads, as you can see, are moving a lot slower. So we just do the traffic jam here. Over here, we want the AA up. That's a mistake. Okay, a lot of counterattack coming. Dig in. Dig in. Dig in. Fast forces can move. Okay. Maybe can cut off all of these guys here as well. Quick move there could help. Okay. Remove them further and further from the front line. So that when they run out, they really run out for good. As we keep on rushing to the front line. And there we end it for the next turn. They're out of supply here now. They seemingly move in here. They might be attacking us here. Nope, they don't. And that is great. That means now we have dug in units here. I think they're not out of combat strength yet, though. We'll keep this around for the mop-up operations. Don't think the Germans gonna have much here in these forests, but might as well move through them. With the big traffic jam in the middle. And this is the next reinforcements point. Read. Okay, let's move the tank as far as possible. Let's move this tank as far as possible. You guys behind this. Okay. Main forces move down. But a couple keep on moving to the side. Just to keep the enemy occupied. Where do we have the AA? And an air unit. And Autoresolve. And we got another enemy plane shut down. forces to overrun these strong Jaeger with MP44s and so on. Like, this is a strong formation coming in here. Really? We have so many forces and it's still not enough in A phase. Bit of a shame. Okay, it's enough in B phase though. It's actually not enough in C phase. Ha. Okay, draw. Didn't expect that. Another enemy plane stopped. We win A phase this time around. Means, yeah, we also win B phase, and we should shred them completely in C phase. Yes. Wiped another one off the map. Dig in here. See what we can get with some movement there. I think we sent you down the main road again to follow up behind all the other forces. And they attack our entrenched units. This is what we want. We're also gonna bring in some planes. So we might want to do the same. I'm pretty certain. Or no planes? Okay. Damn. They smack through our defenses. They keep on smacking through our defenses. There's 35 commanders. And they smack us once more here in C phase. A minor attacking victory. And we lose a formation for good. But these guys are all disorganized now. Okay. All the AI defenders surrendered. Okay, you can do the job there. Wait, did that not give us victory points? I feel like that didn't give us victory points. Just smacking them there that way. I never realized that in Steel Division 2. If that's the case, that's actually kind of wild. Okay. Okay, we can bring the big tanks directly in here. Okay, this is a big, strong defensive line again. So we need more forces to catch up. And we have to be careful to be outflanked. Like, this is... A cutoff maneuver here is something that you absolutely should set up for in multiplayer Army General or as a Germans. Just let the enemy go down the main road. But I'm not sure how the AI actually is going to handle that. The Soviets are just going to press down the main route. Or if they gonna try to spread out. They for sure are caught up over here now, the Germans. I don't think they can move fast enough anymore to save themselves. Really, you can't move there. Unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, you can move down the main road. Okay. This is all freed. Can deploy over here. And they attack us here. And we want to use planes here again. We have a chance of stopping them. As their big bad tanks are coming in. We hold them off in A, but a lot of their units coming in B. So yeah, they're gonna smack us in B. But we did get a couple of important kills there. They had to crack some bunkers of ours. They smack us in C, so it's actually a major attacking victory here. And they get a lot of victory points for it. As we cut them off. Let's have a look. 33,600. Okay, no, you get victory points for these. They're just not worth a lot. And we have to destroy them one by one. Okay. So that worked well. Okay, actually you guys can all move to the main road. Can move a couple of you sideways here. Whilst the big formations move on directly into the combat here. This is all pretty wild. They might attack us here one more time. And then we have to keep on moving here with our new tanks. As we want to get close there. Battery moves up. And Ryusha. Tanks. Move past the infantry. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we just want to have one more blocking unit there. As we get a lot of victory points now. A lot of units forward and try to get the victory points here. So all of this going pretty fine. Yeah, they attack us once more. We want all the defenses we can get. We want the Andriusha. And we want a fighter. Make sure that they can't break us. We hold out against them. Then Circlement Mechanic in Steel Division is better than in Warno. I don't know why they didn't just copy that. Like, there are a couple of Army General mechanics in Steel Division that are better. So Steel Warno 1 is simpler and has, like, especially the Autoresolve, is a lot more logical and easier to understand, which is great. And you also have 2v2 Army General, which is great. And the AI in my eyes is a bit better as well. So yeah, something like defenses and so on are something that are really cool in Steel Division. I just, yeah, hope that if they make Steel Division 3, they improve on Army General a lot, because I think this mode has so much potential. And it's a bit of a shame that they don't push this further. Okay. We come moving around here. Can move these guys just straight up there. Everything is entrenching over here. Okay. What can we see when we move just down this road? And what do we see if we move down this road? Because fighting ourselves through all of these guys is actually gonna be quite a pain. AA guns are scary. I'm not so optimistic about this one, as they have a lot of units in A as well. Yeah, no. These guys are pretty weak as well, and they're gonna be gone. Oh god. Oh god, they just completely wiped us there. Total defending victory. Oh god. That is a disaster. Yeah, the auto-resolve results can be brutal. I think, yeah, we have to outflank these guys. There's no way around it. Let's just have to keep the border as far as possible away from these guys. And move a lot more units in here. You actually can move down the main road. Let's do it, guys. Try to get around here. Yeah, we need to move around the flanks here. Main road down here. That's the influx of new units here. Currently not great. The big smack of these guys here should be coming soon. Don't need all of you now here. So we can start moving them down the main road as well. And they actually can attack us one more time here. Okay. Well, bombers, do your best. Their planes don't get through. That is good. As we have few units remaining in here. But our newly entrenched units do an okay job. We stop them in A. It's a good start. We still slightly stop them in B. They might win in C. No, we win in B again. In C again. Their attack failed. Okay. I do believe we should be able to do this as well. Yeah. Another air wing loss there. Or slight loss to that air wing. I also like how the air is set up a bit more like in more manageable air taps in Wano. And it's not as big, plus a bit more combined arms, though it could be better still as well, I feel like. But then here, having only fighters, having only bombers, like that's... And then in massive numbers, always feels a bit rough in Steel Division. And yeah, we absolutely smack these guys. Because these guys are running out of fuel. Let's see what we can do here with some maneuvering along the side. Wonder if they're gonna counterattack there. I kind of doubt it. So we're gonna deploy the AA there. And we try to outmaneuver them. These guys are behind schedule now. Got the movement is slow. 11 turns. 5 points per turn. So it means that our reinforcements are coming in a bit slowly. We can move around with these guys a bit. God, traffic jam continues. Okay. You're not gonna play a role. And yeah, we can't afford anything here. Gonna buy the tank once next turn. Keep following them a bit. Well, it's getting more reinforcements to the front line, and yeah, keeping the flanking maneuver working up as well. Okay. Goes on the full defense. This is hard to beat. To the... Okay. Like, breaking that AA piece would be big, but it's gonna be tough. AAs are always crazy good at Autoresolve. And we need to move all of you up. We still have a lot of units coming in, so we can maybe go for Autoresolves a bit once they are there. And these guys out of supply now. Okay. And this is where we end this turn. Oh, enemy didn't do anything. No. Okay. That gave us decent points. Get you guys moving. Let's you guys can move through here now. Good, cut in. Nice big bubble burst. Okay. Go straight for it. We can get the next guard stank core in here. Okay, this is not so great. This is pretty messed up. This one, obviously, is still pretty good. Yeah, this is a good one. This one has a lot to offer. And yeah, we just keep on new units moving in as we try to break through there in the middle. And take the point at the same time with the flanking maneuvers. And creating a new traffic jam. Okay. This is all fine. Okay. We have the capture point over here. That is fine. You can't really afford all the the new units, it feels like. Okay. I feel like you should burst those there. That is a good unit. Okay, we try again here. Bringing in big formations. Okay, this is a complete disaster. Can we break off? They take some casualties as well, but they still hold out nicely. Yeah, damn. That didn't go so well. Let's move all of you up. Okay. A lot of artillery. Infantry move up. You can do that. You should move there. You should move there. You can actually move further. Okay, a lot of units still have to move. Okay. All of this moved. God, I don't think we're gonna get you out of this swamp in time. Gonna cut all of this off. And yeah, this is the big cut-off move here, so that we can get them around. Oh, wait, what? Oh, enemy fighter. Okay, the enemy is actually falling back now. Wonder if they all move all their units now. I don't think we have a chance of really. Okay, if we can move in here, we might be able to create a traffic jam and can fight them then without the entrenchment, which should be a lot more doable. And yeah, we can cut them off there, which is pretty big. These guys can move around from this side as well. Oh, come on. Okay. You all move forward. Flank. Flank. Straight push. Straight push. Okay. So yeah, with Autoresolve, this is actually kind of tough right now. Like, we only have 5 more turns. But I think we're doing the cutoff right now. To actually get to fight these guys. Even though the auto-resolve results currently are not the best. Mm. So yeah, everything moves up, please. And yeah, you might have to just move units more down the main road here. In this one. And we can buy these guys next turn, and then... Yeah, you can't afford all units in this one. Then we're never going to be able to afford this one because there's six down turns. To be able to afford this. Okay, yeah, they have to get off the road now. And it seems like we're gonna be able to cut them all off. But they still have more forces over there. Okay. That's a big problem. And they might be able to bypass us here. Plus, they're digging in again. Yeah, they actually have quite some forces here again. So the Germans are actually not that weak in this one, outside of the opening battle. And as I said, like, entrenching in Steel Division Army General is pretty powerful. More World War I than World War II. Obviously, defensive advantage in World War II was still great, but yeah. Like, you really want to go for the encirclements. Maybe didn't quite go hard enough for that early on. And yeah, but you need to also stay off these swamp paths at the same time. Like, only send a couple of units for the encirclement and then just move the rest down the main road. Because everything else is just moving really slowly with the timer you're on. Like, it's 20 turns, but it's also a lot of space. So it's a bit of a tough one there. And yeah, we're gonna see how it handles this. Can't push any further. Can't push these guys any further. These guys have to be blocking detachments. Let's let them run out of supply here in the center. And get this formation over here. And you also want to buy the reinforcements at the first or the second stop. Okay, boys. That's annoying. Okay. Big tanks. Big A guns. Oh no, fighters actually. This is also the airport. So if you overrun them here, they kind of lose everything. But it's hard to get there. Means you have to push through a lot of the Germans. Let's go with these guys and the tanks and B phase. They defend with a lot of infantry. They just shred us. Oh god. Okay, B phase actually goes better once our armor shows up. But yeah, you get a few tanks in this one, which makes these battles quite hard, and we actually got a victory in C phase. Making it a minor attacking victory. Also, our infantry has to push through there. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, we're running out of steam here now to get to the enemy line. So, with Autoresolve only, this is going to come out relatively balanced, with them getting a good advantage for the destruction they got on us. And we might actually want to retreat a bit back here and dig in with these guys. Get these guys around. Once the forces in the center there run out of supply. And we move all of you forward. And we move all of you forward. Okay, quite a lot of you didn't move. That's not what I asked out of you. As yeah, these guys could be really helpful right now on the front line. As we have a lot of bot down infantry units here now. Okay. This is all fine. And once this is done, we're gonna end the turn. Oh. Panthers move in as well. And they obviously have a lot of firepower. Let's remove more of our infantry in. Try to support up there. And more of our units here around the corner to cut them off. Getting further forward with a lot of them, but it is too slow. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait here, I think, and see how it comes out. Like fighting auto-resolve battles here. Not sure how useful that is. But we could fight one more over here. As they try to dig in. Okay, equal fight an A. Slight victory for them in B. Kill a couple of Panthers. Out of this. And then we get our tanks in C. So we actually... No, we don't win C. And our tank formation even gets wiped. So that's not great. Okay, they have a lot of formations that can fight here on either side. Damn, we didn't get up. Oh, air defense up. Ooh, we break through in B phase nonetheless, though. And so we do in C phase, so this is actually a violent success. But this formation is pretty exhausted. So most of these. They actually bombarded one of our units there. It's something that we could do. We could get in range here, but we have no range. Okay. All of you tried to get into fighting distance, but I don't think it's gonna work. So yeah, learn from my mistakes, guys. This is all about the auto resolves. About the movement. And auto resolves are pretty terrible if you are the attacker, so you're gonna take a lot of casualties here. And then you need those 20,000 point swing, which Germans have in there, as we took a good bit more casualties. And yeah, we just gonna end it here. They're likely gonna attack us here now. Oh, they bombard both of our units there. Tank formation bombarded as well. They keep it moving. Okay. That's these guys are run out of supply. Good to run out of supply next turn. So yeah, we can pass them by. Can't reach them over here though. Can't bombard with these guys. Which is also always powerful to take out panther formations and so on. Could bombard with these guys. But we can just wait here one more turn and just take all the units. And as we won't be able to move into any good position anyways, might as well do that. What's we gonna take a minor defeat most likely in this campaign now, even with a good couple of destruction bonies from these units that we're gonna get next turn. As the last units of the traffic jam continue moving to the front line. So yeah, it's all about getting the traffic jam going. And we didn't do that well enough. I put too many units on the right flank. They should have all moved through the middle, though it's even then not that easy here. Like I think you only will have 2 or 3 turns to take this, even if you play it right. So gonna be a hard one, actually. Like the Germans can't do much about you advancing, but they can do enough about you not getting there in time. Like I don't think this would be a tough one without the time limit, and the timer makes sense with the bigger story in mind. Like I always think the time limits
While
make some
holding
sense.
Marina Gorka, the Germans have allowed both some
But
Roosters to reach
ooh,
safety, and the
I
fourth
thought we
Armored
would have had one
Battalion
more
to
turn.
slip through the Soviet jaws.
Okay, this is unfortunate. And yeah, GGVP to the Germans here. Thanks for watching to all of you. And I hope you have more luck with this one than I do. And I hope you enjoy the new DLC. And yeah, I just wanted to show off how this all goes. So see you all in the next one.